I wanted to talk to you about something very important, my dear friends. You should really stop lumping Trump in with the crowd of elites that apparently were doing some very nasty things. And they were associates of Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, Trump had interactions with Jeffrey Epstein. He swims in the circles you and I don't swim in. Do you realize that? You and I, we're not in the top tier. Do you realize that? It's so easy for you to point fingers. And I have to say, I'm not trying to be unfair, but some of the people who are most guilty of this are people from Britain. You don't know, my friends, you don't know how much we prayed that Trump would be elected. I watched the Jonathan Kahn video. We all just need to pray. We need to pray. Like the eve before the election, I saw that and I prayed with Jonathan Kahn and his congregation on the YouTube video. You have to realize the Epstein information was already compiled but not released under the Biden administration. In fact, that's one of the questions they asked him. If you are elected, Mr. Trump, will you release the Epstein files? And he said he would, and they did do it. They did it, but they did it slowly. Do you know why? Because of the level of involvement of many powerful people is absolutely staggering. Absolutely staggering. And we in the West, we still have this veneer of, well, we don't like to exploit women and children, and cannibalism, please. Human meat is off the table officially, but these people are cannibals? Do you think Trump is a cannibal? Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. But I am annoyed. I have to say it, and I'm saying it in as gentle a way as possible because I have like 40% British Isles ancestry. Like I'm Welsh, I'm Irish, and in fact, my mother used to say during my childhood, you know, one of your female ancestors was a lady in waiting. So I assume she was an attendant to Queen Victoria. So I'm not against the Britons at all. In fact, you know, my father, whose parents were immigrants, really thought that the British were high class and that Americans were kind of lower tier. But I suppose he got that attitude from his parents, who had emigrated from Europe, and I guess they didn't like the local yokels. I mean, it's just weird how immigrants can be very snobby, can't they? Oh, these local yokels, you know, these hillbillies. Goodness gracious. People have been migrating throughout human history. Do you realize that? So, I do have a problem with people who want to whitewash everything. Not whitewash, but paint with a broad brush. You know what I'm saying? All immigrants are bad. All immigrants are evil. Deport them all. Well then, it's like all of my ancestors were immigrants. all of them, and fairly recent immigrants. And they were doing exactly the same thing other people have done. People who have come here not to commit crimes, just to make a living because they saw a way out of their poverty and their oppression and their persecution. And there are some people that have taken advantage of things. That's really true. But why would you want to hold it against all immigrants? I was born in the Cleveland, Ohio area, and it's a very multicultural city. Although we moved to the country later on when I was a little girl, I would go to Cleveland. I would really enjoy seeing people of different races. I just remember going next to a park. I don't know if it was Edgewater Park or something. And I believe they were Thai teenagers. They were walking by. I think it was a brother and sister speaking a language I'd never heard. And to me, it was absolutely fascinating. I didn't find it threatening at all. I didn't find it offensive. I thought, wow, this is great. You know, this is so much more interesting than where I live. You know. But I suppose I went off topic again. It's really wrong. My dear friends, doesn't the Bible say Satan is the accuser of the brethren? Donald Trump is a Christian. Well, he's associated with Jews. Interesting how these people that hate the Jews, they don't read their Bible, do they? But they have this inexplicable hatred for the Jewish people. Have they done everything right? Is there something problematic going on? There's something problematic going on everywhere. Every level of society, there is a minority that's doing something evil. But you understand, folks, Trump has been exposing it. He's the reason why the Epstein files were released. He's the reason. President Biden had those files for 4 years. He did not release it. It's the same information. It's been there. And now you're dogpiling on my president? I do take offense to that. Yes, I take umbrage. Especially when English people talking about what they don't know. And you know who you exported to us? Who is your most infamous export? Sitting in a jail, a federal prison today, Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of media magnate Robert Maxwell. Although he originally was from Europe. Yeah, he was a Jewish Eastern European emigre, and he aspired to be an Englishman. He thought, I'm going to choose a name that makes me sound really upper class. So he chose Maxwell. I guess he didn't realize that was Scottish. It's fine, I'm part Irish, so. I have a cat named Maxwell, so. The name is not polluted. It's the person that did the bad deeds. He did bad deeds. Now his daughter has done even worse deeds with her best bud, J.E., right? Okay. So, friends, please, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I don't go around criticizing your prime minister all the time, although I could. The last good prime minister you had was Margaret Thatcher. If there was another one after that, maybe John Major, maybe. Please, don't lump Trump in with the rest of the reprobates. Shame on you. Shame on you. That's why I've unsubscribed to people that just, from the very beginning of their, Trump kidnapped a leader. No, the man was duly extradited. He had a warrant for his arrest out on him for effing decades. He's a narco-terrorist kingpin. You ignoramus. I can just say whatever I want. You can't say whatever you want. There are consequences to what you say. Stop gossiping about my president. And that's my final word. I appreciate your listening. God bless you. Now repent.